So from your own experience, what would you say to that young musician who says, this is a beautiful place, I want to have a music festival? How would you advise them to go about it? What's the first step?
I would advise them to research the community very well, find out who are the key players in the cultural life of the community, find out what those people are doing, so you're not duplicating any efforts. Mm-hmm. And I'm very interested in collaboration. So if you're working with a gallery, see what kind of art they have. What can you offer that gallery as something that would be something they might use for an opening, say. And of course you would volunteer your services. I mean, I still paying my dues. You pay your dues for a very, very long time in this business. So the idea that you're going to put in an enormous amount of effort and not get paid for it is a given at the start of anything. It's an investment. You want to make the most of your investment of time, energy, your art. But I'd say you have to be willing and able to afford that kind of investment.
So for your first concert, did you actually then pay the musicians out of your own pocket?
Before we actually started the festival, I received 2 $5,000 donations. One from a friend and one from a friend of that friend. Both from Cooperstown. And they were basically one-time donations. Startup money.
Did you ask them for it?
Well, it was someone with whom I discussed the idea of the festival.
Because the ask is so difficult.
It is. But it is. And I've asked so little. This is what I think my husband says is tip of the iceberg. He said, you never ask people for money. I don't feel comfortable asking for money.
Is that a female thing?
No, because I'm comfortable asking for money for other things that are not, it's not my baby. Right. So that's the difference. I can raise money. I'm comfortable asking for money from Manhattan School of Music, for other kinds of organizations. I have no hesitation whatsoever. And often people generally don't say no. You know, they're polite about no one, you know, that's from my other fundraising efforts. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. So I'm happy. The few times we actually received a small grant to hire a development consultant, we went around on visits to people in the community, and I talk up the festival, and he would help me with the ask. And unfortunately, I don't have the money to hire a full-time development person. I don't really think the size of the festival really warrants that. But I have no trouble expressing enthusiasm. It's just the ask, and I think that's so hard for so many people.
Yeah.
It's often easier if you don't have to go one-on-one. If you're a group and you can go together and one person talks, you know, excitedly about your project, and then the person that feels comfortable discussing finances. But I think knowing when to ask, how much to ask, it's an art. And a bit of a science and art, but it's really an art.